What does freedom really mean? Is it something we remember from our past or something we carry with us today? For us, as law students, these aren't just big questions. They are the foundation of everything we learn and everything we hope to change. Because our freedom wasn't simply given to us, it was built patiently, painfully, and purposely by the generations who believed in something greater than themselves.
The story of modern India's freedom began in 1757. After the Battle of Plassey, the British East India Company didn't just take over our land, they took over our laws, trade, and right to decide. For nearly 2 centuries, the country was governed through the systems that served the empire, not its people. Our courts, our communities, our culture, everything was reshaped to reflect colonial interests. The idea of justice became so distant that it is almost unreachable. And even today, parts of our legal framework carry on traces of their legacy.
But India did not stay silent. In 1857, peasants, soldiers, and rulers rose up together. The rebellion was fierce, and though it was suppressed with violence, it also marked a new beginning, a moment where the spirit of resistance was truly awakened. The British termed it a mutiny, but for us, it was the first war of independence.
In the years that followed, something meaningful had begun to take place. A quiet movement has started to rise. Lawyers, teachers, writers, students, people from all walks of life had come together with a shared hope. They asked for justice, for equality, for change. Most of the early voices were trained in law. They understood the system and challenged it from within.
Then came Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. He returned from South Africa in 1915, not with anger, but with ideas. Civil disobedience, non-violent resistance satyagraha. He broke unjust laws calmly, courageously, to make a point. Law was not something to follow. It was something to question and to transform.
Millions answered the call. Students left colonial schools. People stopped buying British goods. Lawyers gave up their practice. The entire community took the risk of facing prison, pain, and punishment. The youth led marches, wrote pamphlets, and filled the jails with hope. The price was steep, but the message was clear that this land belongs to its people.
But freedom was only the beginning. The next step, defining who we are, was even more important. In 1950, we gave ourselves the Constitution of India. It didn't just set rules, it gave us something much deeper, the promise of dignity, of equality, of justice, and of liberty. For us at BITS Law School, the Constitution isn't just a part of our syllabus. It's what we study, question, and one day will protect.
Independence isn't only about history, it's about the choices we make. Do we speak up when something feels unfair? Do we use our knowledge to protect others? Do we stand for justice when it matters the most? Our generation didn't fight for independence, but we get to define what it means. And every time we stand for justice, we honor our ancestors.
We, the students of BITS Law School, carry forward the legacy of those who fought before us, not with slogans, with quiet courage, sincerity, service, and real action. On this Independence Day, we don't just remember.
We renew our promise to fairness, to dignity, to respect. Because freedom is not just a gift, it is a responsibility we choose to carry every day.